The scriptures tell us to do right. Have the faith to do right. We don't want to lay this on your lap, but we got to start somewhere. God started somewhere, and that was the Son Jesus Christ. We have to take it in our mind to realize that we have to do something about this. Kids' futures at stake. What was been said on I pray that you'll do something here today. Start today. This resolution passed. It's a start, but it's going to be on your conscience after today. I pray the Holy Spirit of God will convict you to do something about it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Oh, you.
I just want this a minute, are this, is there any way we can get this? That are. Just a quick thing on, we were ignorant of what was going on. I'm sure that parents don't know. And I was wondering if somehow we can get some of this to the school board and say, let's show the parents, let's hear, go to the school. Where the parents. So I kids that my children don't know, I didn't know this. So I'm for the resolution, but also to take it forward where the parents can actually see that in our school.
So you're welcome, just like you're welcome to come to our meetings. The school board has open meetings as well.
Yeah, it's just we could get this out to the parents, so they say, we need to show these parents before that are in the school system. And I think that parents are ignorant of it. Let's show physically the parents what actually is going on. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think all the speakers done a great job of putting their point across. Your statement, ma'am, is where I'm absolutely headed with this. I think we need to have another meeting. It needs not to be on Sunday night, and it affects the churches so much. And we need to get every school board member we can there, every preacher, every reverend, everybody, anybody who wants to come, we need to get there, set it up. But we need to have a meeting and outside of the county government, outside of me being a commissioner. But I think we need to go to the next level, spread the word, and there's no one up here that has against or disagrees. Well, I don't disagree with anything that was said. I saw it last night. John pretty much showed proof that Covington website went right to it. Bam, 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 bam. The guidance, not to the parents of the child having issues, but to someone 800 number to who knows who they're talking to. It is here. Whether the school board, I'll safe to say the school board probably doesn't even know what that link is. But I would like to see another meeting, because of the one last night was a very good meeting. Well attended, but I think we could get a couple hundred people somewhere, or maybe 100 the next.
I just want to say that Hamilton County, if you get on the internet, just look up porn for kids in the Hamilton East Public Library. They've been dealing with this for the past 9 months to a year. So I am a good friend with one of their commissioners, Mark Harebrant, and I've reached out to him. I would like to talk to him just to see how they are handling all this before we do act on the resolution.
There may be a better path also.
I agree. And so I'd really like to look into that first, because he's been a commissioner for several years, and they have the scale of what they have to deal with is just so much more escalated than what we have in Fountain County. And I certainly have learned a lot, from a lot of the commissioners throughout the state. And it is a problem. I mean, I have a daughter that's a teacher in Fayette County. they're forced to do things certainly from the state. So I think there's some other things. I don't want to quickly rush in. I don't think any of us do. We want to do it right. What's good for Fountain County. And I don't have any problem with what anybody said, like Tim, I agree with Tim. I watched the presentation last night and I was aware of some of the stuff prior, you know, I knew some of it was going on just from being around some of the others, my daughter and other commitments, so it's a problem.
And by speaking with Hamilton County, we could save a lot of headache. Their lawyers have already been all through this all. I mean, they could tell us steps, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. Or how to do it, because honestly, this is a hot topic. And believe it or not, hard to believe that there's probably some people who'd be on the total opposite side that this is great.
Yes.
So they come in and drop a suit or whatever. So, and I'm not afraid of that. I've been sued in my profession and different things. Not afraid of being sued. I just don't want to do something that I could have prevented. All the taxpayers from
Anytime
paying.
you attack state and Tim, you're gonna get hit back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get that. And I'm not afraid of it. It's just that, I would like to hear what Hamilton County has to say, because, I do respect those commissioners over there, see what they've been through. And then we'll, address it at our next meeting. Is that what you're thinking? And then I'd like to see a meeting,
Between,
another meeting with the, try to get as many school board members there and everything else. Josh?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joshua Whittington. I'm in Fountain County Coroner. While I have this pleasant captive audience, if I can go slightly off topic for just a couple of minutes, or I love the passion. It's great. I love seeing passion in our community. What I would love to see, okay, fight against this, that's great. But let's do something actionable in Fountain County as well. No offense, I don't see death from porn. I see death from drunk driving, texting while driving, distracted driving. These are things that I have to fight against as the coroner. Take this great passion that you have and expand it, not just in porn. Expand it against drunk driving. You have a giant community that you serve. Start railing against that as well, because catch me young, I'm the co-chair of the Every 15 Minutes program in Fountain County. We go to the schools and we teach about drunk and distracted driving. And the passion is here. Take that passion somewhere else as well. I want to see you guys do good in all aspects of serving our children. Don't quote one thing. If you're going to serve the children, serve all the children by railing against drunk and distracted driving as well. Thank you for letting me veer off course a little bit. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I do believe there's death with porn. There's spiritual death and there's mental death, because it does affect your body, your brain, and your spirit.
Well, in addition to that, there's a child trafficking that occurs as a result of porn.
Absolutely.
And children, if they're, would be better off not living in those circumstances. But there are deaths that are associated with pornography, absolutely.
okay. Thank you for your comments. Paul, you'll-
My
okay.
name is Paul Bowman, Assistant Fountain County. And it's my understanding that a resolution is nothing more than an opinion given and signed by a governing body. It has no teeth, it requires no law enforcement. It's just that you're either for it or you're against it. Is this not true?
Your resolution primarily a statement of position.
Thank you.
So if it's a statement of position, so then a failure to act upon it is the statement of position of the Fountain County Board of Commissioners. You serve the Fountain County, you serve the Fountain County citizens, not the Hamilton County citizens, not the lawyers of Hamilton County. We speak towards the fact of having another meeting, so we get 200 people there. You move the goalposts on it. This is the second reading. You can act upon it today. Failure to act is a position and will be treated as such.
Didn't have a first reading.
We didn't actually read it.
The resolution doesn't have to have readings.
Oh. Okay.
The only question I think that would be vague is the fact that if you were to have a vote on the resolution today, would that preempt you from further action? And my gut instinct is it would, well, you know, I appreciate the idea of contacting Hamilton County, but why voting on a resolution today would preempt you from continuing to do that as well? To take further action.
Yes.
My name is Colin Hunt, and as an individual person who's interested in knowing what's really going on around this county, the state, the nation, and the world, I have done what is commonly called a deep dive. And the part that I saw that John presented last night was the tip of the iceberg. There's really no words that I can even come up with that tells about the deeper things of Satan that's behind the pornography. There's an agenda behind it. There's a desire to ruin the family unit. And it's being very successful in the world. It's not just a Fountain County issue. And someone said it has to start somewhere. So I highly encourage you to either, if you're not willing to vote on this today, then do your own deep dive, your own personal deep dive on this, because there are such horrendous acts going on against children and against young women and against young men. It has to do with homosexuality and prostitution and all kinds of things that have not even been mentioned yet today. So I encourage you to pass the resolution and then continue on with your self-education on what's really going on. I know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have anything? Alright. I see anything back there? I can see shadows in the reflection, so. Yeah, I think we stated our piece. I don't think anybody out here opposes any part of this. I would probably like to sit down with our legal counsel and get a little clearer definition to see if resolution is the best act, or if there's another piece of documents that would maybe further this piece. Because this really, I can verbally say my statement on this and have the same effect as this being signed today. But if we can help in a deeper passion, then I think that's a better course myself, but without some legal.
And I have no problem, going to, as an individual, them knowing, our positions. I mean, I was there last night, supportive of it.
And it's not uncommon at all for us to go to other counties to see how they've handled things and other things we do in our jobs. Not uncommon at all. So just like anyone else, if you've got questions, you go ask somebody. And in this case, we're asking somebody who's been through it for 9 months. And maybe they found a better way to answer it than a resolution. Yes, sir.
Sir, my understanding, only one other county is presenting the issue with the resolution. So we are in new territory here with this resolution concerning pornography and making the statement. So there is no precedence, at least not in my understanding.
Well, they might have went through that already. Maybe Hamilton County, we don't know this. Maybe they went through that already. That's what we're gonna discuss with them, what the process was. And where they're at, what's been done. what blocks have there been put up to it? Because I guarantee they probably had opposition, just the opposite. Come in and want things done too. Yeah.
And I'm sure you all understand that with the passion that's been expressed, that there's a concern for delaying any decision. And so, we would remind you, at least I would, that,
We're asking 2 weeks.
I understand.
Thank you.
So, no, we're gonna just make a motion, to table. Until the next meeting, which, whatever date that falls on.
19th.
The 19th.
December 9th. And I'll second Andrew's motion.
All those in favor?
All right.
Aye. 3-0.
Very possibility to make that meeting later so people that work can come to it. Is that a possibility?
The 9 o'clock?
The next meeting.
Like an evening meeting.
I know people are interested,
Yeah,
but they work.
I can tell you in the past.
I know, but this is kind of a
Yeah, I
special.
It can be discussed, it'd have to be advertised, but
Yeah.
at the moment it's at 9. If we talk to the attorney and call in from Tangier, we can advertise that later.
Thank you.
All right, yes,
One more question. Since this was brought up in the prior meeting, why hasn't Hamilton County already been contacted with this result?
I reached out to Mark last night and he did not respond to one of my questions that I asked him. And I wasn't in contact with Kent either, so I reached out to him last night,
About 9:30 or 10.
10 o'clock at night.
I thought, what in the world should be in contact and attorney at 10 o'clock?
But I was, and he
And
responded.
that's how much
Thank you,
we're
Kent.
thinking about this. So don't think that we're
Yeah. that we're
blowing
just-
anything off. We're not
blowing
doing
off.
our job. We're actually doing our job by trying to make sure we're protecting the county.
You had a hand up here a few times.
Okay, I guess we'll move on to the rest of the meeting. Feel free to stay. We won't be offended if you leave. But we do have a few other things that need to be addressed and go through all the departments, so thank you for coming. And appreciate your comments. Okay, minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the November 21st, 2022 minutes.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Claims 1 through 203 in the amount of $556,723.83. The unpublished claims.
Hey, guys. If you guys need to leave, feel free to step out, but we do need to conduct a little bit of business here, please.
Thanks, you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. And if there's questions why the claims were so high, we did have settlement from our property taxes, so.
And also the highway paid some of those. We had to give Commissioner Grant back, plus they had a couple large
Okay.
claims.
Miles.
Right.
Milestone.
Okay, unpublished claims and payroll claims, so if I could get a motion. to
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Report of collections as submitted, to acknowledge for the sheriff's department for the month of November.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Review and acknowledge the clerk's monthly report for October 2022.
I'll make that motion.
It's in there, yeah, I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Smart contractors, the estimate for the snow removal, this was tabled at the November meeting so that the county attorney could draft the agreement. And I think
It was in.
we have done that, so,
I will make that motion to approve the snow removal and de-icing services.
okay,
I'll second.
those in favor?
Uh,
Sent us a rental service agreement. That's still the same now.
It's actually, Rick, we negotiated, got it down a little bit and what we
Okay.
had suggested, so.
Okay.
We're what we're paying now.
And Rick got knocked down about 50 bucks a month.
Okay, good.
I'll
Thank
make
you,
that
Rick.
motion.
Yeah,
I will second that motion.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. 506 ADA compliance, for Fountain County.
That was exhausting, Joe. Yes. Come on up, we want to talk about it.
Okay, this compliance, we updated it. And, like I say, it's our. Organization plan. And all with, I'll give this to you here in a minute. Anyway, this is our Title IV ADA compliant Fountain County plan. I sent it out to you. I hope you all had a chance to look at it, look it over. I need signatures on it. To make it legal for us.
Sure.
Right now, we're gonna give you 3 copies of the one at the page of where all 3 of you need to sign. The yellow tabs will just be for Brenda. Right now, we'll have you sign 3 of them so that you guys will have a first copy, I will, and the highway department.
Okay.
Because I know y'all understand that the highway department gets grants, especially from NDOT, they gotta be in compliance.
Sure.
So that's what we're doing on that. The other thing is I wanna make sure that when this is done, we'll put it on our website so that people can look at it.
Yep.
Because there is a forms in there for anybody who wants to complain. So.
Thank you, Joe.
Sign in. I didn't know if you had any other questions on it.
Oh, there was 2 pink places? 2?
There's 2 yellow.
The one, the main front, if you open it right there before at the bottom of it, we should be with all 3 of you.
And there was 2 stickers stuck together.
Yeah.
Joe.
It doesn't take much. And then the yellow tags is where.
Yellow.
Did you say this is Title IV or six?
Oh, are you?
Pardons? Did you say that they're Title IV?
It's a Title IV, ADA compliant. There's 2 different.
Yeah, it's 6 on the agenda.
Yeah, it says 6. That's why I said, I'm like, that didn't sound right.
I know, I think that's what it gave me there.
That's what it says here.
Uh,
It says Title 6.
I'll change that.
I know that's what it gave me.
That's why I was having a hard time saying that.
Yeah.
So it's.
Then it's our ADA. compliant. Oh, and I wanted to give you as far as an update on the sirens repair, we run into trouble getting parts.
Imagine that.
And yeah, I emailed the gentleman last week, to find out, and when he sent back, he said he didn't have a shipment date, but they weren't going to. I don't really look for it to be fixed before the end of the year, before I can turn the bill in, so soon I'll have to come back first year, request again.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's where we're at.
Okay, thank you. Anything else? Where we have you? No.
That's it.
Good. Good. Thank you. So I need to make a motion to approve Title 6 or 4. What do we determine?
Joe.
says 6 too.
In the document, it says.
When you say 4, you're messing with me. It says.
That is the insurance, that's from the state.
Okay.
Title 4 is.
Okay.
It's different
I
from
just want to
the.
clarify.
So it is Title 6.
It is Title 4.
Wait,
Well, it's 6.
It's a big one. Big one.
make a motion to approve the title 6 SIX ADA compliance form.
Okay. Are we squared away on?
We're good, I think. I look, I just wrote 6, I wrote the number 6 out.
That I just want.
I'm thinking of.
Is this good?
Yeah, right, right.
Here's one that's done.
I need a second.
He needs a second on his.
I
motion.
approve the
Oh,
title
I'll
6.
Yeah. I'm sure. I still have some to.
Garth,
Garth is not here. He had an issue. with
Lori, you need to get.
personnel.
Lauren, come on up.
Hello.
Hi.
Here. That's probably his comments if you can stand it.
You didn't sign.
I'm, because I'm still signing over here.
Hi, go ahead, we're listening.
Okay.
All yours.
Just wanted to take a moment to let you know the county farm had a small fire on October 28th. And he was able to get 200 acres or 200 bushels off of it while it was burning. He did call 911 and had some assistance. After the fire was extinguished, he was able to get a little more corn off. He did have Ron Pelter with Purdue Extension fly a drone over. And we were able to come up with an approximate acreage, and we think we lost probably a half acre total. So I just wanted to make sure before I did my billing, that you guys were in agreement with that, and, he's given his grain tickets to us, so. What do we need to know, what do we want to know? We were able to come up with a dollar amount.
Okay.
So I didn't know how you wanted me to record that in the settlement sheet. We to add it to the end, or what you want to do, it's $155 additional for the loss.
Mhm.
So.
That's good.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to know, Dave Horton, we were able to put a dollar amount to what was lost due to the fire. At the bottom. And if I give you, if you look at this, can you tell me if this would be okay? I thought you were talking to me.
I wanted to say, but I'm like.
Oh, I needed you to be aware. That's true. Okay, good. All right, thank you very much. Thanks, Lori. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. You too. Polly, you come on up. You waited.
Yeah, go ahead and call her down, still.
I am, I'm taking them.
Or
So I have 3 things for you guys this morning. The one thing that I emailed to you on Friday evening
Yes.
was, Indiana Code 3-13-10-6.5 says, when there's a failure to elect enough township board members, the determination of holdover board members and notice of hearing are the job and position of the commissioners
Yes.
and the auditor. And so, but I have also presented to you everybody that has previously served for the holdover positions. And so you guys just need to make your decision either to who, and you have until December 31st to get that done. And there also needs to be 10 days notice for the meeting. So I figured I'd get you enough information now that you can do it at the next commissioners meeting.
that'd be great.
Okay, so if you have any other questions, I am available. I will make myself available for you all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
Okay, that's number 1.
Second thing is, my current laptop that I have, I will be leaving county employment sadly, December 31st.
Very
And so
sad.
I still don't know where I'm going, but I'm going somewhere. I'm still gonna be a Fountain County resident, but I would like to, my computer that I currently have is a Brad that was 5 years old, time to be replaced anyway. And I would like to purchase that off of the county because he's just gonna wipe it and put it in a file. So I would like to purchase that for $50.
if that's acceptable.
Acceptable to me.
That's it.
First